Hi, this tutorial is designed to help you use the database on the website freesound.org to find and download free Creative Commons licensed audio files. Freesound.org is a wonderful source for filmmakers and artists looking for specific sound effects or ambient tracks to develop the sound for their films, music, art, podcasts, radio shows, etc. It's also a great resource for archival and academic researchers looking for sound clips from historical works. And there's also a vast quantity of unlicensed audio files for scientific research. It is a collaborative database where anyone can create a free account, download and upload sounds, and interact with each other. All of the content is created and shared by members of the website. So let's start with the website anatomy. The first thing you'll want to do is create an account so that you have access to all of the features of the website. Once you've done that, you'll get access to this home tab. Here you can access your public profile, any sounds you bookmark, etc. The next tab is sounds. This will bring you to the database, which we will get into more with the most depth during this tutorial. There's also a forums tab, which is a place to go for community engagement, also a little more later because that can help you in some of your searching. There's the people tab, which can be interesting to explore. Mainly it kind of just shows recent activity focusing on some of the most active users on the website. There's also a help tab, which doesn't do a whole lot to help with searching, but it does help if you need some information on attributions and licensing information, account information, how you can use the website, and other like community protocols. So let's start with the sounds tab. When you first go here, you will see a lot of options for browsing. The first thing you'll see is a random sound of the day, and that changes every day. Sometimes it's pretty cool to check that out. There's the latest sounds, so any new sounds that have been uploaded to the website will be populated here, so you can see what is actively happening on the website. There's also most downloaded sounds, specifically uploaded in the last week. Again, this is like for current new sounds. And you can see what's popular here and what other folks on the website are doing. If you scroll back up to the top, over on the right-hand side of the column, you'll see some more options for browsing. You can browse the latest comments, so you can see what people are talking about, what they're saying to each other. This is an interesting page because it takes you to just a list of all the comments that have been put on individual sound files. Interesting, but not super great for searching. You can also browse tags, which will get you into more of a sort of controlled search. When you click on this link, it'll take you to a word cloud, then you can dive deep into there and just follow the chains where they go. The next link down is geotags. So if you click on here, this link will bring you to a map, which you can then explore to find sounds recorded in specific locations. And this can be really great if you're like specifically looking for like the sound of a French city, or the sound of the wind in the Mojave, or the sound of frogs in the Pacific Northwest, whatever it might be, like anything specific to a location. This will help you narrow that down and find it. The next option is to browse by packs, and packs are created by the users when they upload their sounds. They're sets of multiple sounds that are related to each other. So for example, you could find a whole set of different door squeaks, which you can then download all at once, and it'll give you a variety of options so you don't have to go and search for each sound individually on the website. The next one is browse remix groups. Freesound gives people the option to link to the original sound effect they used. So if someone's like downloading sounds and then manipulating them and then re-uploading them to the website, they can create a connection to the sound that they used, if that makes sense. While interesting, because then it'll populate this like whole list of how all of these sounds are related, I haven't found it to be incredibly useful, other than if perhaps you find a sound you really like, but it's distorted beyond what you want, you can follow the link chains back to the original sound file. It can also just be fun to explore. Then there, of course, there's a link to give you a random sound, and it'll just take you somewhere. Okay, so let's try a search now. You can access the search bar from any page on the website. It's up in the right-hand corner. Searching on freesound.org is a little difficult. Since all of the sounds are uploaded by community members, there isn't a strong organizational structure to the way the metadata for records is created. There can be discrepancies in the way things are worded. For example, if you're trying to find the sound of a man coughing, you could search man cough, but someone may have written male cough and not included the word man, so that won't show up in your search. And then if you were to search both, that would also eliminate some of those options. Searches are made with keywords, which search the title, the description, and then the tags. Quotation marks do narrow the search down to find that specific combination of words, which can work if you get way too many hits. However, most people don't really actually write descriptions in the way you might think. They simply use a combination of words or tags to create their entries. So I find it more useful to start by just writing out a string of words that describe what you're looking for, listening to a couple sounds on the search page, and then playing around with different combinations and seeing where that takes you. It can take some trial and error. Once you find some results, you can sort them by relevance, duration, date added, downloads, and rating. You can also open up the advanced options, which allows you to narrow down your search by specifying if you want to search tags, file names, descriptions, pack names, sound IDs, or usernames. Unless you're looking for a specific sound or author you remember, I don't find these filters incredibly helpful. You can also put in a minimum and maximum duration, which can be helpful if you need something that's a certain length of time. You want more than just like 10 seconds of something, you want 2 minutes of like a room sound, you can put that in there. You can also check the geotag box, which will help you look for sounds from a specific location, or it will only give you sounds from that have geotags, if that's important to you. If browsing these options is still overwhelming and it's giving you like too many hits, and you can't find what you're looking for, there are other ways to start filtering things out to get what you're actually searching for. Over here on the right hand side, it allows you to filter by licenses. There are 6 different Creative Commons licenses, which you can find out more information about on this website. The most common licenses used on freesound.org are attribution, attribution non-commercial, and CC0. This is helpful if you know exactly what you intend to do with the sound. For example, if you're working on a project that is for commercial purposes, making money, you cannot use sounds under the attribution non-commercial license. Or if for some reason you really don't want to give attribution to usernames from the internet, you may only use the CC0 license files. There are some restrictions to filtering this way because you can only select one. You can also search by tags. After you start your search, Freesound will populate a tag cloud on the right-hand side for you. These tags are collected from the most common tags given to the files that have already populated your search. You can click on any number of them to start narrowing your search down. a list will start developing under the search bar at the top of the page. If you decide your search has gotten too narrow, you can always click on the tags at the top of the page and they will be removed. You can also narrow your search down based on technical metadata. For example, if you know you need a stereo.wave file with a sample rate of 48 kilohertz, you can select those options on the right-hand side of the page. Okay, so let's kind of look at the anatomy of the search page now. At the top of the page, you will see search options, number of pages, number of sounds, you know, the basics. Each record will show up with a visual waveform with a play button you can use to see if it's what you're actually looking for, and a time code. There will be a title that you can click on, which will take you to that file's page. There's a rating. There's the first few lines of the description, tags, and some more metadata on the right, including the author's username, date uploaded, times downloaded, number of comments, an option to bookmark, which is a little button you can click on, which will allow you to add to your bookmarks for later access. There's a button to click on to see similar sounds, geotag information, which will take you to a map, a link to the sound pack it belongs to if it has one, a link to the remixes it's been a part of, and attribution information. If you click on the title, it'll take you to the records page where you will find more detailed information on the sound, including full description, tags, comments by users, and full technical metadata. Here you can comment, rate, and download the file. It also gives you an option to follow the user and a short URL to directly access the record if you need to save that or share it with someone. If you still haven't found what you're looking for, you can click on the Forums tab and it'll take you to this page with a wide variety of forums that community members are talking on. And I think one of the greatest assets of Freesound is the community. You can go here for help on attribution questions, listen to and watch projects that people have made with resources from the website, tips and techniques for sound recording, etc. Especially if you're having a really hard time finding a specific sound, you can go to the forums and ask people there either for advice on collecting it yourself, techniques for recording it, ideas on how to create that sound, or other ways of finding it. You can even put in a sample request and folks there will help you out by either finding it for you or creating it and sharing it with you. It's a really great space. I think that's all for now. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope it's been helpful. And I would just really suggest exploring the website and seeing what you can find and kind of seeing how you can narrow down those searches yourself to find what you're looking for. It is one of those more sort of exploratory websites, and it's easy to get a little lost in the database, but there's a lot of great content as well. Thank you.